Hello student. Today I am going to discuss part third of human reproduction. In this part, we will discuss about spermatogenesis and structure of spermatozoa. First, we will discuss about gametogenesis. It is the formation of gametes in gonads. Gonads mean testes or ovaries. So, formation of gametes in gonads is called gametogenesis. It is of two types, spermatogenesis. It is the formation of sperms in testes of male, and oogenesis. It is the formation of ovum or egg in ovaries of female. First, we will discuss about the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the process of sperm formation in testes of males. It is divided into two parts. First one is formation of spermatids, and second is the formation of spermatozoa. In formation of spermatids, spermatogonia are converted into spermatids, and in the formation of spermatozoa, spermatids are converted into spermatozoa. So first we will discuss the first part of spermatogenesis, that is formation of spermatids. It comprises of three steps: multiplication phase, during which primary germ cells are converted into spermatogonia. Second is the growth phase, in which spermatogonia are converted into primary spermatocytes. And third one is the maturation phase, in which primary spermatocytes undergo two meiotic division. After first meiotic division, secondary spermatocytes are formed, and after second meiotic division, spermatids are formed. Before we start spermatogenesis, in this figure, you can see that this one is the vas deferens. Here it is epididymase, and these are various lobules of testes in which seminiferous tubules are present. Here a cross section or enlarged view is present here, in which you can see that here germ cells are present, and towards the periphery spermatogonia are present, and after that primary spermatocyte, then secondary spermatocyte, and the center of the lumen of seminiferous tubule mature spermatozoa are present. So towards the center of the seminiferous tubule spermatozoa are present, and towards periphery spermatogonia are present. So formation of spermatozoa occurs from the periphery towards the center of the lumen of seminiferous tubule. First part is multiplicative phase. It occurs at the age of puberty. During this age, the diploid primary germ cells present in the germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubule of testes divide several times by mitosis, and large number of diploid sperm mother cells or spermatogonia are formed. Each spermatogonia is diploid and contains 46 chromosomes. There are two types of spermatogonia are formed, type A and type B. Type A spermatogonia, they serve as stem cells which divide to form the type A spermatogonia, and type B spermatogonia, they act as a precursor of sperms. So type B spermatogonia or primary germ cells, they divide by mitotic division, and large number of spermatogonia are present. Both of they are diploid and contain 46 chromosomes in their nucleus. Here you can see that this small cell shown here is the spermatogonia, and which are produced from the primary germ cells after mitotic division. Next phase of spermatogenesis, the growth phase. During this phase, growth in the spermatogonia occurs, and they absorb some nourishment from the nursing cell, and replication of DNA takes place. Because of this absorption of nourishment from nursing cell and replication of DNA, there is an increase in the size of spermatogonia and they are converted into primary spermatocyte. So spermatogonia after growth converted into primary spermatocyte and both of they are diploid and contain 46 chromosomes. Here is the growth phase. You can see that smaller spermatogonia, they are converted into a larger primary spermatocyte after absorbing nourishment from the nursing cell or the Sertoli cells. Next phase is the third phase is the maturation phase. During this phase, meiotic division takes place. After first meiotic division, which is a reductional division, primary spermatocytes divide to form the two haploid daughter cells known as secondary spermatocytes. These secondary spermatocytes are haploid and they contain only 23 chromosomes. After second meiotic division, 4 haploid spermatids are formed. All these 4 spermatids are haploid and contain 23 chromosomes in their nucleus. Here is the maturation phase. So in this phase, you can see that primary spermatocytes, when undergo first meiotic division, 2 secondary spermatocytes are formed, which are haploid and contain 23 chromosomes. And after that, second meiotic division occurs and 4 spermatids are formed, which are also haploid and contain 23 chromosomes. Next part of the spermatogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa from spermatid. This transformation of non-motile, rounded, haploid spermatid into functional and motile spermatozoa is called spermiogenesis. The spermatozoa are later on known as sperms. Thus, 4 haploid sperms are produced from one diploid spermatogonia. So, this spermiogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa from spermatids. During this transformation, there is a formation of acrosome, condensation and elongation of nucleus, and development of flagella and loss of organelles occurs. After spermiogenesis, sperms had become embedded in the Sertoli cells and they absorb nutrition from the Sertoli cell and are finally released from the seminiferous tubules by the process of spermiation. So there are two terms, spermiogenesis. Spermiogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa from spermatid and spermiation is the release of mature spermatozoa from seminiferous tubules to the epididymis. In epididymis, the spermatozoa are stored for some time and further maturation takes place. Here once again you can see that various stages of spermatogenesis. First 3 steps is the during which the spermatogonium are converted into spermatid, and last one is the spermiogenesis, during which spermatids are converted into spermatozoa. So first one is the multiplication phase, in which some of the primary germ cells of the germinal epithelium, they divide mitotically to form large number of spermatogonia. During second phase, that is growth phase, the growth in the spermatogonium takes place. This growth includes absorption of nourishment from the nursing cell or Sertoli cells, and there is a replication of DNA also occurs. So because of these processes, the spermatogonium increases in size and primary spermatocytes are formed. Both of they are diploid. After growth phase, there is a maturation phase during which the primary spermatocytes undergo first meiotic division, and which is a reductional division. That's why a diploid primary spermatocytes divide to form two haploid secondary spermatocyte, and they contain half the number of chromosomes, that is 23. These secondary spermatocytes then divide by second meiotic division, and four spermatids are formed. These four spermatids are also haploid and they contain 23 chromosomes. These spermatids then transformed into spermatozoa by the process of spermiogenesis, in which these rounded non-motile spermatids are converted into elongated spermatozoa which have flagella, and these spermatozoa are motile. The next part of this spermatogenesis is the structure of spermatozoa. A spermatozoa consists of head, neck, middle piece and tail. You can see here that this upper part is the head. This small region between the head and the middle piece is the neck. This part where mitochondria are present is the middle piece, and the last part, which is a longer part, it is longer than the head region, and it is the tail. So first part is the head. Head contains anterior small acrosome and posterior large nucleus. So in the head region there are two parts are present. The first part is the acrosome and second part is the nucleus. The acrosome is derived from Golgi bodies of the spermatid. Acrosome contains some proteolytic enzyme like sperm lysine, and this enzyme is used to penetrate the egg at the time of fertilization. Second part is the neck region. It is a very short region present between the head and middle piece. It contains the proximal centriole. Here in green color you can see a proximal centriole. Another centriole is distal centriole, and it gives rise to axial filament of the sperms. Here you can see that this black color axial filament, which continues in the tail, is produced by the distal centriole. Next part is the middle piece. It contains many mitochondria which provide energy for the movement of sperm. So in this part you can see that there are spiral mitochondria are present around the axial filament, and their function is to produce energy so that sperms can move. At the end of the middle piece there is a ring centriole present, and its function is unknown. Last part is the tail. Tail is several times longer than the head, and the axial filament is surrounded by a thin layer of cytoplasm. The part behind the main piece is the end piece, which consists of naked filament alone. Tail provides motility to the sperm, which is essential for fertilization. There is some important information about the spermatozoa, that an adult produces about 10 raised to power 12 to 13 spermatozoa each day. They ejaculate about 200 to 300 million sperms during coitus. For a normal fertility, at least 60% of the ejaculate must have normal shape and size. Sperms remain alive and retain their ability to fertilize an ovum from 24 to 48 hours after having been released in the female genital tract. Next part is the hormonal control of spermatogenesis. It starts at the age of puberty. Gonadotropin releasing hormone is produced by hypothalamus. This gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulates the anterior lobe of pituitary gland. In turn, LH and FSH are produced by anterior lobe of pituitary gland. LH stimulates the Leydig cells to secrete male androgen, testosterone. Testosterone is essential for the sperm formation and also controls the secondary sexual characters. FSH stimulates Sertoli cells to secrete two factors, antigen binding protein that concentrate the testosterone in the seminiferous tubule, and protein hormone inhibin which suppresses the FSH synthesis. The level of testosterone is under negative feedback control. A rising level of testosterone suppresses the release of GnRH from the hypothalamus. Here is a flow chart to show hormonal control of male reproductive system. Here hypothalamus release GnRH is a releasing hormone produced by hypothalamus. It stimulates anterior pituitary gland. In turn, two hormones are produced, LH and FSH. LH produce Leydig cells. LH stimulates Leydig cells, and Leydig cells in turn produce male androgen testosterone, and its function is spermatogenesis and also control secondary sexual character. Second hormone, FSH, which is produced by anterior pituitary, they stimulate the Sertoli cells to release two proteins ABP and inhibin. ABP concentrate the testosterone in the seminiferous tubule, which is essential for the development of spermatozoa, and inhibin inhibits the synthesis of FSH and in turn control the rising level of testosterone in the blood.